What up? What up? What's going on, world? AnsleyD here. I want to chop it up with y'all and talk about how betting on yourself is a scary thing, right? Betting on yourself is a scary thing, and how we gonna go about maintaining it and addressing it, right? Because that's the thing that's holding us back is the scary part of betting on ourselves, right? So I want to go over some things, some little topics, some little nuggets to help us bet on ourselves more and to get over the idea of betting on ourselves and it being scary, right? So one of the main things of betting on yourself and getting over betting on yourself being scary is accountability and taking accountability for what you've been through, for your actions or the misactions that you didn't take, right? So having accountability is going to be one way of attacking the scary part of not betting on yourself. So betting on yourself shouldn't be scary if you're willing to take accountability for the actions or your misactions, right? So you're gonna start off by going over things in life, and these are some things that I've taken and through some things that I've learned from my different coaches. So you're gonna take what they call like an assessment on your life, or what you're gonna do, what they call audit your life, right? Audit your life and the things that you're doing in life and what you're trying to achieve, especially it being the beginning of a new year. Start to audit your life, look at what you did in the past, and down yourself on what you didn't do, right? But look at what you did do, some of the failures, and learn from those failures. So you're gonna go over your life and audit your life. Look at some goals that you set, that you've tried to reach, and why you didn't reach them, right? So you're gonna take that into effect. Then you're gonna flush out and filter some of the negative things and try to get rid of it. So the negative things that's holding you back in your goals or trying to reach your goals, you're gonna filter some of that out while you're doing the audit of your life, right? So you're gonna go over those things and don't run away from the failures, because you will see that there were some failures in life. There were some mistakes that you happened to have. So we're going to use some logic, some intellect, some wisdom, and some understanding to get over those, right? To get over those hurdles. And using logic, you're going to eliminate the emotion or the ego that you have, right? Somebody said ego is edging God out. So you're going to go over the ego and you're going to use some logic and intellect in your past experience to get through the hurdles that you're facing in the upcoming future in order to bet more on yourself and get over those hurdles and stop being scared of betting on yourself. Because betting on yourself could be scary, because there's a big thing of not knowing the certain plan, not knowing the certain actions. And even if you have the plans or certain actions, you have to be able to be that person to go against the grain, go against the grind, and take those necessary steps that you have to take in order to achieve those goals, right? And getting over those hurdles. So it's all about a mindset thing, right? And we have to start focusing on correcting the mindset and being able to adjust our mindset and get over things, because betting on yourself is the main thing that's keeping us back. If you're not betting on yourself, who else gonna bet on yourself? Well, who else gonna bet on you, right? If you're not betting on yourself, how you gonna provide for your family and support your family and friends if you're not winning yourself and betting on yourself, right? So betting on yourself, like I said, it comes with accountability, because yes, you can have a plan, you can have all the steps that you have to take, but it's up to you to take those steps, right? So going forward, we're going to talk more about places where you've been and the actions that you're missing out on. Because we've been through a lot, right? No matter who you are, you've been through some things in life, and some of that can emotionally be holding you back from not betting on yourself, right? So you have to go out and set forth the plan, right? And you don't want to miss out on the opportunities because you're not ready for it. So you got to be able to look out for opportunities and be ready to get those opportunities in life and know when those opportunities are in front of you, right? So be able to plan things out for the future, and having a plan and taking action and taking not just accountability, but and not just taking action, but you have to take an urgency. Like even myself right now, there's so much things to achieve. There's so much things that I have to write down and plan out in order to achieve for this year. So, and some of it I have to look at it like there's going to be a sense of urgency, especially with this new year. We don't know what's going on with this new year. We have a new president going on. We have a new year, new presidency, new policy, and this new president is taking a lot of actions right now. So whatever actions he's taking, we have to be able to see and take, like, basically counter it if you're not agreeing with it or understand what's going on, and be able to go against the policy or go with the policy that you have to do. So we have to take some sense of urgency because we don't have that much time left, right? The hands of time is ticking, and it's ticking fast. So you have to go out, take some sense of urgency. In the meantime, have an accountability. If you're not taking that sense of urgency, if you're not implementing those plans and tasks that you have to take, you have to be willing to sacrifice and do what you have to do in order to bet on yourself and get over the scary part of betting on yourself. Because betting on yourself is scary, right? Betting on yourself is scary because you don't want to fail. You don't want to look bad in the eyes of other people. You want to be accepted, and you don't want to seem like somebody that's making a mistake and people's down you because of the mistakes you down. And then you start to down yourself and dwindle and dwaddle in the pain and emotions, negative emotions of, having failure because other people is down you. So you have to be able to overcome that, right? And develop some skills and take the necessary actions. Like, for example, one time at my job, right? For some reason, I got locked out of my email account. And different ways I was trying to get into my email account was working. I used different passwords I thought was working. I don't know what happened. But when I come to think about it, I had cleared all my cache one time to clear up my computer. Because, you want to clear up the glitches and spams or whatever. So you want to clear up your cache and restart your computer or whatever like that. So I did all of that. Still couldn't get into my computer. Well, I could get into my computer, but I couldn't get into my email. And the email account is through the business. So in order to get access to my business account, I'll have to contact what they call it, not HR, IT, the IT people. So the IT people for the company that I work for is not like in the building, or it's not somebody that you like call up downstairs or upstairs or whatever. They come to you right away. It's a service that's acquired by the company. So it's like a subcontract service to another company. So you have to call them up and get advice, or have them come out and help you out, or have them help you out over the internet or over the phone. So with that, I know it was going to cost the company, and I didn't really want to hear my boss saying, oh, well, he probably wouldn't even been a big deal, but he probably would still suggest, oh, that's going to cost us a little something, whatever, or that's going to cost the company. He still probably would like, oh, hit up IT and have them help you out or whatever. But I was just taking up on myself and like, let me take the accountability since I got locked out of my email, whichever way it was, mistake or not, my fault or whatever. I'm going to take accountability. I'm going to figure a way of getting back into my email account. So, I troubleshoot different ways, use Google and using some two-factor verification and all type of things, and learning different, troubleshooting ways of being able to reset my password and getting back into my email. And probably, like I say, 30 minutes later, I was able to, troubleshoot it and get back into my email. Took a little while. Wasn't a really good looks because I had some things that I had to take care of, but I was able to get back into my email without having to hit up IT and charging the company that service. Because, sometimes you charge a service, a company a service, they want to charge a good amount for doing services like that. So was able to avoid that. So it's like taking accountability and at the same time taking the necessary actions and the sense of urgency. The sense of urgency was I had to get into my email. So all those things, you knuckle down, you do what you have to do. I didn't want to end up having to cost the company more money because of any mistakes that I did or didn't do. So I took the sense of urgency, took the necessary action, and was able to learn new skills because I had to learn the skills of troubleshooting and two-factor authentication and all that good stuff in order to get back into my email. So with all that said, I was betting on myself in that form, and I was able to win. Yeah, when I was doing it, it was getting frustrated. I was getting locked out. It was giving me a certain amount of times to try it and things like that, but I was able to figure it out. So that's coming to the accountability and having a sense of urgency and learning new skills and leveling up, So you got to level up yourself. That's some things also when you're betting on yourself. Learn new skills, taking accountability and taking that sense of urgency in order to have that confidence, in order to have that positive energy to bet on yourself, and being able to get over the idea of betting on yourself being scary, because betting on yourself, it really could be scary. Because at that time, while I'm trying to get my email, I'm frustrated, getting heated, had to take off the coat, whatever like that. But you know how you get that nervousness, that anxiety was building up, but I had to do what I had to do. And that was taking accountability. That was taking a sense of urgency. That was going forward and being able to learn new skills from doing the troubleshooting and leveling up myself. And now, I wouldn't want to help somebody out with it or like saying, okay, I know what to do now, because I really even know the all four steps, but I have an idea of what I have to do, like, in order to get over that. So that's developing yourself, leveling up yourself, implementing new skills, and not being afraid to fail, because failure is a part of the process. We all go through some kind of failure in life, Failure is like, we can't avoid failure, especially in life. So we got to be willing to fail, taking that accountability, having that sense of urgency to get over the hurdles, and understanding that betting on yourself is a good thing, because the more you bet on yourself, the more you can learn about yourself, the more you can understand different skills or develop new skills in your life, and be able to know that you can get over failure. You can get over the hurdles by taking accountability for the mistakes. I took accountability. I made a mistake or didn't make a mistake. Maybe because, I don't know, maybe I did something wrong by entering the wrong passwords over and over and got locked out. Whichever way it was, I was able to go forward, get the skills, taking that sense of urgency, avoiding, extra conflict, getting over the hurdle and the negative thoughts, and being able to adapt to the situation. That's another thing. We have to be able to adapt to our situations when we are faced with adversity, when we're facing with setbacks and drawbacks and downfalls. We have to be able to know that we can, level up, develop better skills, and push forward, overcome the failures, overcome the setbacks, being able to have the right emotions to go forward with the right steps. Because I tell you, man, especially like if you're younger and you're seeing this or something, like even if you like my age or whatever like that, or if you're from the age of what is it, like to go from 35 all the way up to 55, 60, if you're within that bracket, like these are some things that we're gonna have to learn going into the upcoming year. Being able to bet on ourselves and taking accountability and having that sense of urgency, and having some logics, some developing better skill sets, and implementing. So we have to implement the task. We have to overcome our like negative emotions from past failures. Being able to look at the things that we did in the past and look at some of the wins and look at some of the failures and adapt to overcoming the failures, and placing a big amount, whatever you can, 100%, 200%, 500% on you, placing that bet on yourself. Bet it all on you, put it all on yourself. Because if you don't bet on yourself, who else you gonna bet on? Especially if you have like little ones or children's or offsprings that's looking up to you that you have to provide for or leave a legacy for or put forth the effort to leave a legacy, So I just wanted to come on here, talk about betting on yourself and overcoming the idea of betting on yourself, because there's some things that's holding a lot of us back, especially like a lot of us that got like small YouTube channels. You got to bet on yourself. You got to be able to put forth that effort, get out of that shell, being able to sacrifice in order to make things better, sacrifice to learn better skills, sacrifice to level up your lifestyles or level up your knowledge, level up your skill set in order to face these challenges, in order to also identify when you have opportunities, when you develop better skills and you're ready for the opportunities when it come forward. You'll be up to it and be willing to bet on yourself instead of thinking of the idea of betting on yourself is scary and you don't want to bet on yourself. You want other people to show you the way, or you want other people to do the work for you and hold your hands for you. Like sometimes that's cool and everything, but when they're not around, what you gonna do? When things change up, what you gonna do? When policies and new laws come into hand, what you gonna do? You have to bet on yourself. You have to be able to use your own logic, your own intellect, your own skill set, your own mind, right? And being able to adapt and overcome different things in order to live a better life. So just bet on yourself, get over the obstacles, get over the setbacks, be willing to learn new skills, take a sense of urgency because now is the time, because time is flying. Take that sense of urgency, take accountability when you make mistakes and you don't know which way to go, but just take accountability and look at the mistakes you make and look what you can learn from it. The failures is okay. It's okay to fail as long as you don't keep failing the same way. Just keep looking at the way you fail and how you can adjust it and how you can make it better for the next day and overcoming these things by the skill sets, right? The skill sets, learning new skill sets, looking at the different ways to go about life, right? Learning new things, looking at the new policies, just see what's going forward in life, what's the new things that's coming up, and being able to adapt to it. AI is a big thing that a lot of people are scared of, but being able to adapt to it and knowing how to overcome it or use it to your advantage is going to be a big thing, right? So develop some skill set with learning AI and how you can manage AI or how you can prompt AI to do things that you want it to do, or learn different ways to create different prompts for AI and, just different things to level up yourself and being able to bet on yourself. Because betting on yourself, it can be scary. Betting on yourself definitely is scary. And you have to be able to overcome that and start betting on yourself, because you can go a long way when you start betting on yourself and know what you have to do in life. So go ahead and level up, learn some new skills, take a sense of urgency, take accountability, learn from your mistakes and failures, and don't be afraid to bet on yourself. This is AnsleyD. I'll talk to you next time. Peace out.